My snowmobile has been acting suspiciously boggy lately, so I think we're gonna have to do some work to it, but I'm gonna hop on there. Maybe I can show you guys what it's doing, and then we're gonna start working on it. We're gonna bring it in the garage, and that's what's up in this video. Let's get this thing started. Wow.
Get rhythm. When you get the blues, come on, get rhythm.
Helmet on here. Oh yeah, can you guys hear me on this thing? I hope so. So let's fire this thing up. Oh, look at that. It's all warmed up. Let's see, we can hit that jump right there. That was a good one. Alright, so what the problem with my snowmobile is, check this out. Wow, I'm pulling wheelies right now. So it gets a little boggy at high speeds. Let me see if I can get a better run at it. Should really show you guys what's up. Yeah, so I don't know if you guys can hear it on the camera, but at high speeds, it starts to get a little boggy. It almost sounds like it's running on one cylinder, but I think, and now I'm not sure, but one thing that could be the culprit is the power valves on this thing. Me personally, I've never changed the power or cleaned the power valves on this Skidoo, so I'm thinking it might be due time. I've had this thing for, I think, 3 years now. I've never done it. Last year I definitely put some miles on it, but the people before me, I'm sure didn't do it either. So it might be time to do that. So that's what I'm thinking I might do today. Just we'll start with that and see how it runs afterwards. Yeah, that's it. Oh, face full of snow on that one. Alright, so I'm gonna head back up to the house now. We're gonna throw this thing in the garage and we're gonna clean the power valves on this thing. Let's see if cars are coming. No cars are coming. Let's head down here. There we go. Whammo. Alright, so we're going to slap this in the garage. I'm going to hop on the handheld now, and we'll do this thing. Alright, time for everybody's favorite sound right here. Oh, it's music, music to my ears. Alright, so let's do this thing. Just like that. Let's get some light on the subject, huh? Yeah, where's the button? Oh, wow, that's bright. So the first thing we need to do naturally is just forget to unlatch the hood, and then open the hood, and forget to unlatch the other side, and then open the hood. Woo. Oh yeah. Ooh, that thing is hot. I'm probably gonna wait a minute for that thing to cool down before I go messing around, because the power valves are right here next to this burning hot pipe. But that's what we got to work on today. Those are the power valves. Yeah, so I'm gonna wait like 10 minutes and we'll come back to this. Actually, one thing we can do while we're waiting for that to cool down is to get the right tools that we need for the job. I actually looked it up online. Other people are doing the same thing. There's actually a guy on YouTube. His name's Pasty Boy. He makes cool videos. He's been doing it for a long time. And I watched him do this whole process, and he gave me the right tools for the job because he pretty much has the same sled. So let's get our tools. We're gonna need Allen heads. We're gonna need a 10mm socket. Here's the wrench. Oh, we got a 10. That's rare, you never find those. We are probably going to need a flathead, carb cleaner, and a steel brush, because you never know when you need to get a quick brush in. Pearly whites. We have our tools. I think it's time to work on it. It's been like 15 minutes, so we'll do a test. Oh yeah, we're good. So it's time to take the power valves off. That's going to be the first thing, and then I'll bring you guys through the process of cleaning them. First thing I'm seeing right here, you got to take these two bolts off. There's actually supposed to be a spring or more of a clip that goes over the actual valve. For some reason I'm missing it. I guess it's not really a huge deal because you got these two bolts right here. I believe once you take the initial cap off, which is this right here, there is a spring underneath it, so you got to be careful when you take it off that the spring doesn't go flying and, you know, it's like party poppers again. After that, I think there's two more bolts that you got to take off, and then you can take the whole valves out. So let's break into it. Alright, so I got one of the valves out. As you can see, take a look at this, guys. Look how nasty that is. All that carbon buildup right there. It appears to be quite sticky as well, even to my finger. So this definitely is overdue for a cleaning. We're gonna clean this up, get it spotless, and yeah, wow, that is actually really nasty. So I'm going to take out the other one now, and I'm sure that one's going to be just as nasty as this. But I think part of our problem lies here, or at least this is a problem. It will be a problem if it's not already one. So I'm going to take the other one off, and we'll get cleaning these things. Actually, that's a good question for you guys. Do a lot of you guys do your own work on your own snowmobiles and your motorcycles and four-wheelers and stuff? I'd be curious to know if you guys do your own work or if you bring it into the shop. Nothing wrong with either, but I'm just curious to know how many people are like me and try and do as many things on their own as they can. Plus, it's kind of fun, I think. So let me know in the comments. I'm curious. So we're going to take the other valve off, and we'll get going. Alright, so not that we expected anything different, but this one is equally as dirty. See if we get another close-up of it. Right there. Check that out. It looks just about the same. Very dirty. Actually, this one might be a little bit better, but still very, very dirty. Definitely would be a problem in the future if it's not already our problem now. So I got everything taken apart. I got left and right here, and I'm probably going to clean these in my office. If you guys haven't seen my office, I just rented out an office. It's pretty cool because now I can work on things like this. I can also film some stuff inside because lighting's not great in here, and you know, it's just kind of a mess around here. But I'm probably gonna head to my office right now, and we're gonna clean this thing, and that's what's up. So I'll see you in a bit. Gotta drive probably 20 minutes, and we'll see you there for this cleaning of the power valves on the Skidoo 2002 Skidoo MXZ 700. Here we go in a bit. What? Okay, guys. So I'm trying to be a little quiet because there's people downstairs until I shut the door, of course. This is the office in case you guys haven't seen it. Nothing special. I'm actually still in the process of moving things over here. I literally got it like 3 days ago. So this is like my third time being here. But yeah, got a little Harry Potter closet over here. Table. I got my stuff right here. And we're gonna be working on the power valves today. I'm gonna get my tripod set up. And we'll do this thing. But I figured I'd show you guys the office. So here it is. Alright guys, so for those of you who don't know what power valves do exactly, I might as well fill you in a little bit, the best I can. Power valves are pretty much little devices designed to improve combustion efficiency at varying RPMs. And with improved combustion efficiency, you get higher horsepower, or the right amount of horsepower for your engine, and also you reduce your exhaust emissions. So it's important to keep these things clean for a good running snowmobile. The reason that these things get so dirty, I'll show you actually right now. The reason that they get so dirty, look, I just took a little dab, and they're really, really dirty. The reason they get so dirty is because they are located in the direct stream of exhaust flow. So over time, you get a lot of deposits, you get a lot of soot, and a lot of carbon buildup on your power valves. And when they stick like that, you're either getting stickiness, they're not working the way they should be, you're getting stickiness in the closed position or the open position, low RPMs or high RPMs. In my case, I'm getting some stickiness at high RPMs. So that's why I'm gonna be cleaning the power valves today, because I think that might be my issue. So that's what's up. Quick little summary of what they do and what they are. And let's break into this thing. We're gonna clean this. I should have done it last year, but I didn't. So we're gonna do it today and see if this fixes our problem. Boom. All right, so I took the camera off the tripod real quick because I just want to show you guys what my setup is like. I got my tools right here and this little crumply piece of tin. And then I got the actual parts right there, the power valves. And then I got some rags. I'm gonna be working in this so we don't make a mess of everything. All right, we got our cleaner. We got some rags because it's gonna get messy. We got our tools here. I think the first thing we're gonna do is just break these apart. So we'll do that first. There we go. Look how nasty my hands are already, just from touching that thing. And then there should be a spring behind this, if you can see. You see the valve opening and closing. There should be a spring right in the back of this. I think this just pops right out, if I'm not mistaken. But be sure, if you guys are doing this yourself, to not lose the spring that pops out of here, which I might do. Oh, look at that. Oh, we got it. So I guess you can't see the spring. It might be built in, or it might be just this rubber piece actually. But yeah. All right, so we have this taken apart now. Still, it's pretty dirty in here as well, if you can see that. We'll have to clean this all up. We're gonna make sure to be careful of these rubber pieces when we're cleaning, because our cleaner doesn't really like rubber. So be sure to be careful of that if you guys are doing the same thing. We'll get it in a white rag so you guys can see what's up, see what we're doing here. All right, so we got that piece. We're gonna put this off to the side for now. I might use a little bit of water actually to clean this, just because there's some rubber pieces in there, or this is a rubber piece, so I don't wanna get that ruined. All right, so we got this, and we're gonna give it a little spray right here. Just a little bit to work with. We're gonna take our other rag. Actually might spray a little bit on the rag. There we go. All right, so let's start cleaning this thing. All right, so check that out. Looking actually pretty clean already. I'm gonna give it a little bit more of a wipe down, and then I think we're gonna move on to this piece. But looking good so far. It's actually coming off really easy. I wish I had a white rag so you can see how much of the carbon buildup. Well, you can kind of see it. It looks like a lot on there. But yeah, it was pretty dirty. Another thing to watch out for too, I forgot to mention earlier, but there's a gasket right here. So you don't want to get that wet either. I'm gonna leave that because I don't have a replacement gasket. This one's looking pretty good, so I don't think I'm gonna be replacing that anytime soon. So just watch out for that. Try not to damage it, because if you damage that, you're looking at definitely replacing the gasket. So I'm just cleaning the top of this right now, where it's most important. And all right, look at that, another clean little part. Man, so now we got 2 clean pieces. Now we're gonna move on to this little piece right here, this rubber piece. I'm just gonna take a run to the sink, get a wet paper towel and wipe this down. It's really not that dirty, so I think a wet paper towel will do the trick. And then we'll be good to put this thing back together again. Clean the other one, of course, but yeah, one will be done. It's pretty much as clean as it's gonna get. I've been wiping it for a while now. It's like perma stain on there, so I think this is as good as this is gonna get. So I believe all of our pieces are now clean. Look at that, yeah. So I'm gonna throw this back together. We'll make sure to put our little gasket, washer, A little rubber O-ring type of thing. We'll put that back on there. And we'll put this just the way it was. Take a flathead and make sure that little piece is pushed all the way down. Alright, so that is one down. We're good. Got the top right there, everything's clean. This is one power valve clean, so we'll put that off to the side. And we'll get our other dirty one. Wow, that is nasty looking. Man, look at my fingers. Just from touching that. Alright, so let's get this one. We'll do the same thing. Oh, looking mighty clean. This one still looks a little dirty, but I really did a good job scrubbing it, so I don't think we'll have any problems with that. But yeah, we got 2 clean power valves. And now we'll head back over to the garage. We'll throw these things back in there. I'm gonna clean up my mess. And we'll get going. So I just pulled over on the side of the road because I saw this. A car completely on its top. I stopped to make sure nobody was in there. Nobody's in there. Thankfully there's no blood, but man. Okay, I gotta go before these people think I'm hurt. What's going on, beautiful? We got the Snowmobile here. We got our nice clean power valves. Over lunch, I was actually looking at my power valves and I'm like, maybe I should clean that little rubber boot that you see right here. I took it apart, really. I just took that spring off, and then this caramel colored piece comes out, and underneath that was also some carbon nasty buildup, so I cleaned that out. I really just wanted to do that just to make sure everything was clean. I didn't think of it before, but I realized this comes apart. I thought it was all one piece, but it comes apart, and that's it. So now it's time to put the valves back on. They're all nice and clean. I even cleaned the caps on them and the little springs and the nuts and the bolts and stuff. So everything is completely clean. It's time to throw these back on the sled. So let's do that right now. And before I set up the tripod here to put the power valves back in, be sure to subscribe to Pasty Boy, because he's a cool dude. He's got some cool videos, and he's a subscriber of mine, and I thank him for that. So go check him out. He also does a similar stuff as me, so subscribe to him. Now I'm going to set the tripod up, and we're going to do this thing.
Please don't talk about me when I'm gone. Oh honey, though our friendship ceases from now on. If you can't say anything real nice, it's better not to talk at all, is my advice.
Alright, and there we go. We got the power valves all set, nice and clean, so there's only one thing left to do. We're gonna go take a rip and see how it performs. I'm gonna guess that it's gonna actually be a lot better, especially at high RPMs. So let's hop on the GoPro and we'll go take it for a spin. Alright, got the sled here. Time for everybody's favorite noise. Whoops, better take my hood down. I'm actually gonna pull this thing out because last time, well, I don't know if you guys remember that video, but I started this thing up in the garage. All the smoke alarms went off. It was crazy. It was craziness. So I'm gonna just pull this thing out. There we go. Should have enough now to swing the back end out of the way. Nice. We'll close this. Alright guys, so I just had some problems with my GoPro for some reason. It kept shutting off on me. But anyways, I actually filmed myself taking the sled out and starting it up. I had the tripod set up over there, and I came over here, started second pull just like that. And then I proceeded to let it warm up for a bit. I talked to the camera. I was like, hey guys, I want to know how many of you guys are rocking these old sleds, like early 2000s or older, before they went to the, you know, the really aggressive style chassis and the really super light snowmobiles, because this thing is a tank. I mean, it weighs a ton. yeah, just I want to know how many of you guys are rocking these old sleds. I'd love to see them in the comments. Let me know what you guys have. Also on social media, if you guys aren't on my sites, I got Instagram, Facebook, Tumblr, Twitter, all that kind of crazy stuff. I'd love to see some pictures. You guys can get a hold of me on there. I love chatting with you guys. I try and chat with as many people as I can, but sometimes it's really hard because I get so many messages. But yeah, I'd love to see them, love to talk with you guys. So hop on there if you can. And yeah, this thing is probably warmed up already. I've started it like 3 times because my GoPros are messing up. But enough talking, let's get on the sled and we'll see how our power valve cleaning is done. Oh man, I'm not sure if I already feel a difference. This thing wants to rip wheelies. Let's see if my GoPro is still recording. I don't know what is up with it lately. I switched out the SD cards. Looks like we're still going. Let's see, we'll go up here. Oh man. Wheelie. Alright, we're gonna go on the field. That's what we're gonna do. I don't know, guys. I feel like this is a... I feel like it's a whole nother animal. Seriously, I'm not just saying that. Let me fix my goggles here. We'll really know if the high RPMs... Oh, I can't breathe, man. It's cold air. What I'm saying is, we'll really know if at high RPMs it still kind of bogs down. Wow. Whoa, that's a swamp. No sir, is this thing ever running great. Man. At high RPMs again, we'll hit it. Oh, yeah. We got it, my friends, we got it. This thing is back to normal. It wants to rip wheelies, it really does. Look at that, man. I'm just pulling up and ripping wheelies. See, that's the importance of cleaning your valves every so often. Like I said, I should have done this last year, and I didn't. But I'm sure glad I did this year. That's what my problem was. Just dirty valves, because at high RPMs, it's got no hesitation. Oh boy, wow. Right in the swamp. Oh. Oh man. Oh, this is so nice. Yes! My sled is back to normal. Can you believe it? I hope the camera caught that. Yeah. Wow. Back to normal. Did I get snow on the lens? No, we're good. Oh man, guys, I am so happy about that. Let's give it another rip. Wow. Ugh. Honestly, a night and day difference. I'm sure you guys can even tell from the past videos to now how much better this thing is running. It's unbelievable. Just from a simple power valve cleaning. Oh boy. Oh. Love it, love it. Alright, we got the selfie stick out over there. I always like this shot. This thing is a screaming demon right now, and I could not be more happy. Just from cleaning the valves. Unbelievable. So So, I'm going to end the video right here, guys. I want to say thanks for watching. If you guys got any questions on the power valve clean, the clean job that I just did, I can't even talk right now, my lips are frozen. But if you guys got any questions, comments, feedback, whatever it is, drop me a line in the comments or shoot me a message on social media. But I hope you guys, this thing's crazy. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Yeah, that's pretty much all I had to say. I'm probably gonna go inside because it's like 0 degrees right now. But thanks for watching. My GoPro on here died on me. That's a sad time, but thanks for watching, my friends. Until next time, I'm gonna say kaboom right here. Here we go. See ya.
When you get the blues, come on, get a rhythm. When you get the blues, come on, get a rhythm. When you get the blues, come on, get a rhythm.